Big just with rolling out, less true ball, just what kind of pressure they put on the rest of the receiving core and responsibilities they put on y'all going into this game Saturday?
Just stay consistent, play for each other. At the end of the day, take advantage of opportunities. Just read your coverages and all around just communicate.
What was your reaction when you heard it? It sounds like the news certainly could have been worse for both those guys. I mean, what was your reaction when you heard what the diagnosis was for the two of them?
Things happen in football in general, but I knew that our training staff would do a great job of getting them back, and all around, us as a receiving corps and as a team, we know we have guys that's going to step up and that have to fill their shoes. So, in general, we got a strong unit, and I know that they're going to step up and help fill their shoes.
AJ, what do you see from Trevor Knight, Oklahoma's quarterback, and just their offense in general?
Well, I haven't broke down the film as much since we in the beginning of the week, but for the most part, we know they got 21 personnel and they got good players and stuff like that. So we'll be getting more detail in the film today when we got meets and stuff.
They seem really balanced, AJ. Do they remind you of anybody else that you faced during your time here?
I feel like they got their own type of offense. They, like you said, they pretty balanced. They got some good runs and they got good passing ability. So we just got to prepare for both of them.
As a senior, is this a stage that excites you? One last chance to maybe make a statement about Tennessee getting back to some national relevance? Pretty much. We're gonna go out there and play our ball game. We're gonna, like we've been doing the whole summer in the past 2 games, doing one day at a time, one game at a time, one play at a time. So we're gonna go out there and do what we do.
Is there any concern with so many young guys on the roster how they might react to the road environment and it being a big night game on national TV?
Concern? I doubt that. I know they got a good hostile environment. I feel like it's gonna make us play better. We used to hostile environment just because we play here in Neyland. So the young guys gonna be ready for that. We practice it in practice with the loudspeakers and baby noise and all type of noise coming out the loudspeakers. So they ready for any type of noise environment and hostile environment. They're gonna be ready for that.
Hey, how do you think you've played over the first 2 games?
I think I played average. I think I can play better. All around, I think, our schedule will get more, tougher and harder. So at the end of the day, I just take it day by day, continue to prepare myself, watch film, work on, the things I need to work on. But in general, I think I'm going to be prepared and ready.
What's the biggest part of your game you feel like you want to work on and keep improving on?
I would just say just reading coverages. I know them, but then again, the defense do a great job of disguising them. So, coming into that game, we play different defenses. They have different, kind of zone sets. So at the end of the day, just read them pre-snap.
Coach Jones said that Justin's a very different player from this time last year. Do you agree with that, and where do you see Justin being different?
Justin, he always has been a leader. You see a leader role a lot more. Just what he demands. He's poised. He's consistent. Always talk positive regardless. If it's a bad play, it's a good play. He just all around is that voice that the offense needs.
David's gone out. Do you put any pressure on yourself to step up in his absence?
Now we have a lot of mature younger guys as well that's ready to fill his shoes. Run. Is a big part of the receiver corps as well. But Coach Jones, the staff did a great job of bringing in, other great talent. So I think all around, it's not any pressure on me. Everyone has a job they have to do. So I think all around, we play for each other. We'll be all right.
AJ, we asked Corey this a second ago. What do you think has led to you guys being more successful on 3rd down this year?
Just doing our job. Everybody out there doing their job, and the environment we're playing in. The whole stadium, loud, hype, our sideline turned up, and when you playing with passion and emotion, you're gonna play a little harder and a little better. So I think that's the reason for our 3rd downs. Everybody doing their job and everybody out there having fun and hype.
During the offseason, how much was that talked about, emphasized, just needing to get better on 3rd down?
That was it. Carried up from last season. We wanted to be better on 3rd down, and that pretty much that's the money down. So we preached it during the off season, and we worked on it, and coach break the film down and putting us in right calls to be successful on third down. So that's the big thing with the coaches and players. We both together and making plays, and they doing the right calls for us.
AJ, how have you seen Corey improve? He said he feels like a more complete player, a little bit better suited to be helpful on run packages and things like that. How have you seen Corey improve?
He just improved on all the little things. He done got better with his hands. He know what to expect on every down, first, second, and third down. He know what to expect, and he just became a better player, faster, stronger, and making more plays.
Two more.
Okay, it seems like y'all are still struggling, Justin and the wide receivers, to complete those long passes. How do you get better at those?
Practice. Watching film, know what you did wrong, coming off the ball, know what you could do better as far as attacking the ball. Film help prepare you all around. So I think, practice is taking one day at a time, focus on the techniques, things that you're used to doing, and just focus on getting better. And that timing. Timing is everything, so, just working on that timing.
With the deeper receiver core, do you feel like you guys are fresher out there than you were last year, where you're not having to play as many reps right now?
Yeah, I mean, it's very big, being that we have guys that can come in and out, know the plays. One thing I can say about a lot of younger guys, like I said before, they have stepped up maturity-wise into the playbook, knowing their role, knowing what they need to do. So I think, giving, us a break at the same time, they coming in with fresh legs, and, being up on the DBs, that pay a toll. So that's benefits to us as well.